guys, I'm Gabby and welcome to my channel if it's your first time here, and if you're returning, thank you so much and welcome back. So today's video is just a very quick update on what's been going on in all of the world over here. If you're new, my husband and I applied for a immigrant visa for our daughter, his daughter, my stepdaughter. We submitted the paperwork August of 2021. It is currently December 1st, 2023. So yeah, 2 years later, she's currently in Ghana, and we submitted started the petition with USCIS for her in August. We got documentarily qualified with NVC. And if you aren't familiar, that step is basically when NVC gets all your paperwork. After USCIS says you approve that you can go move forward with applying for the visa, then you go to NVC, and NVC makes sure you have all the paperwork, documents, things you need to be able to sit in the interview. So once NVC gathered all the information and confirmed that we had everything we need to move forward with an interview, that was confirmed in December of 2022, so December of last year. So we're coming up on another year since we were documentarily qualified. Okay, so even if you're not familiar, just listening to the dates lets you know that this process is long. You have to wait, and that can be excruciating, specifically for people who are separated from their loved ones. And a lot of these people who are going through the process are separated from their loved ones, so it makes the process very hard. Very hard. So like I said, we're coming up on a year since we were documentarily qualified. We haven't got an interview date. So when you are documentarily qualified, that's basically NVC saying, okay, we have all the paperwork necessary, so now we can schedule an interview. But hold on, that doesn't mean you're getting an interview date. They must then talk with the embassy that you'll be having your interview with. Specifically, if you're going through an embassy, then it'll be with the embassy where the immigrant or the foreigner lives, right? So we're waiting to get an interview date from the embassy in Ghana. So if you're not aware, Ghana is very, very behind in their interviewing for visas, and we've been waiting to get an interview since last year. Okay, so the update is we're still waiting to get an interview. This is crazy. I haven't really been coming back and doing videos for update because there's nothing to update. It's just crazy. We've just been waiting. So I kind of feel like we're going to hear something sometime this month. So I'm anxiously anticipating, but we'll see. We'll see. Most of all the questions and comments that I get are, how long is it going to take? Okay, I've done this process, how long is it going to take? I submitted this paperwork, how long is it going to take? They asked me for this, I submitted it, how long is it going to take? I get it. This is my second time going through this process. We did this process for my husband in 2018. Even though that was pre-pandemic, the overall process for him took 13 months. So it was still a waiting period. It still wasn't quick. And now it's outrageous now. But I get that it can be very frustrating having to wait, but that's just the name of the game when it comes to this. You're going to have to wait. And a lot of these things, you have no idea of how long. You can get estimates, you can get like time frames. A lot of what the estimates that you will find for getting approvals for certain documents or getting through the process is based off of history, based off of what other people in your specific category have went through, like how long did it take them. So it's a general estimate, so it's still not set in stone. You may have apples and apples, two people, their situation is exact carbon copy of yours, but there might be some little minute thing that you're not aware of in that particular person's case or your case that makes a difference in your time frame. A lot of this stuff is still going through the hands of humans. So unfortunately, there's room for error. There's people involved. I have someone who's processing your case and they're meticulous and they want to dot the I's and cross the T's, and another person may have someone's just like, let me just get through this. Yeah, yes, check, move on to the next. All that to say, there's no way of knowing for sure how long it's going to take. It really depends. A lot of times when I'm answering, my answer 99.8% of the time is going to be it varies. It depends on your situation. There's no way for me to know, and that's the name of the game. There really is no way for anyone to know for sure, because it really is on a case-by-case basis. Perhaps you can get a general idea, like someone who's in your particular category, it may take them 6 months to get their I-130 approved, but it really varies. So a lot of times it's just going to be just wait and see. Of course, that's not to say that, you know, if you feel like you should ask questions and find out what's going on in your case, of course, it's your case. Nobody's going to care about it more than you. So if you feel like you need to raise your hand and ask questions, then most definitely do that. If you're still at the USCIS phase, then fortunately you're able to call them on a 1-800 number and talk to a representative to figure out what's going on with your case. They can look it up and maybe give you some answers to what's going on. Now, when you're at the NVC stage, unfortunately, you no longer can call them. You will have to submit what is called a public inquiry form online, asking them a question, and unfortunately it takes them a couple of weeks to respond to those questions because they're getting an influx of them. They're getting so much. So, you know, if you have questions, definitely follow up and ask what's going on. If you look at how I respond to questions regarding that, I'm always putting in that link to the public inquiry to everyone. I'll even put the link below in the description box for this video that you send. You have to just make sure that you have your case number, your invoice ID number. Just give them as much information about who you are and then what the question you're asking. Make sure you are very specific in what it is that you're asking. If you have several questions, get everything out there, because like I said, it will take them a couple of weeks to respond. So everything that you feel like you need to know, that you have questions about, lay them out. Take your time, write out that question. You know, be very clear, be very detailed about who you are, what your case is, and especially what your question is, and they'll be able to respond to you that way. Yeah, so if you feel like it's taking too long, shoot that email to NVC like, hey, my name is so-and-so, my case number is blah, blah, blah. You know, we submitted at this particular time. We're trying to get this particular visa with this particular, but they're going to see, if they get your case number, they're going to be able to pull up and see everything about you. But it's still good to put those details in the body of the email and ask the question that you want to know. Make sure you're very specific, because like I said, it takes a while for them to respond. So you don't want to omit information or leave room for them to have to kind of guess, to try to read between the lines of what you're saying. If you don't want them to have additional questions like, what is this person asking for? I don't understand what they're asking. So make sure you're very detailed and thorough in what you're asking, so that they can give you the answer to your question, so that they'll give you the answers that you need, and you don't have to like keep going back and forth with giving them more information because they didn't understand your first question, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so like I said, hopefully we hear something soon about getting an interview date for her, and yeah, so she can come join us here. I apologize, guys, for the abrupt ending. My camera died, so I wanted to close out the video here. And thank you so much for watching the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.